Suddenly it's April. Suddenly it's the 2nd of April. This is Taxi Vlog 351. Victoria, British Columbia, Canada, and so on. It's Thursday night. Now I came out here on Monday, and it was quiet. Really quiet. And it took about... Oh no, I'm not going there. It's too far. It's way the other end through traffic and traffic lights and all that bullshit. I can get something closer. I'm sure I can. And it was not all that busy when I came out. Yeah, it took until about midnight to break even. Then after midnight, a lot of the cars got bored or sick of it or something, and they all went home. And I had brought along a book to read, and I just about finished it. That was the Monday night. And then in the morning hours, I think it was 4:30 or so, I got a call. And that one went out to the airport, which made my night. And so I took home about $150. That's okay. Tuesday was the same kind of thing, except it was slower. Took about 1 to break even, but I had lots and lots of Interac. I had about $150 worth of Interac and about $60 worth of cash at the end of that night. So somebody owes me already from that Tuesday night. And it's funny, you know, it was going pretty good until midnight, and then I broke even, and then it kind of died. And I think I had 2 or 3 trips between midnight and 5, and then after 5 I started getting busy again. I worked until about 6:30 because I could. And that last hour, you know, should I or shouldn't I? Yeah, okay, I'll go for it, even though it's far away. And I suspect we're going to be busy tonight, but I'll tell you more about that in a moment. Last night was the Wednesday, and yeah, it started slowly, but I got lucky at just before 10 o'clock. I got one fare that went from Tilica Mall out to Tanner Road, so that was $30 just like that, and got me almost to the break-even point. So I was even at around 11 o'clock. And then, after midnight, I brought this book along to read. It's the David Brin, Existence. This should take me about a month. So if I don't show you any books for about a month, you'll know why. I'm going through this 900-page monster. Put this away. Oh, there's a cop there. Oh, the cop is giving the panhandler some grief. There are these guys who stand on the sidewalk or on the curb right by the left turn lane, and they harass people who are turning left, and they beg people for money and change and bus tickets and whatever, because they have to get back to Corner Brook, Newfoundland. And they're down on their luck, and they're stranded, and they're stuck, and just, you know, give me a couple dollars so I can have a coffee and stay awake. Bullshit. Anyways, where was I? Oh yeah, Thursday night? No, Wednesday night. Wednesday night. And you know, after midnight, I was going quite steady. I made another 150 for myself, but or a little more, but I don't get to see it because it's all in Interac. I think I took home about 100 in cash last night, but there was another over 150 in Interac. So let's see, 300. Yeah, you know, I think with tonight's Interacs, the lease will be paid for the month, and not the month. The lease will be paid for the week, and that doesn't bother me much because I imagine tonight is going to be busy like a Friday, because tomorrow is Good Friday, and Good Friday is going to be dead, being the Easter holiday. So when people have tomorrow off, which most people do, they will be treating tonight like a Friday, and traffic seems to be kind of heavy. And you know, it's 20 to 7 right now, and there's all this traffic. This is much busier than your usual Thursday night traffic at this hour. So I'm going to my first call, which was a lot closer than that first one they tried to send me on. When it gets busy, you know, they reach farther and farther for cars. Then you have to drive through more traffic and more traffic lights to get to your calls. And that kind of slows you down because the calls are not nearby. I mean, when you have to go through things to get to somewhere, it gets frustrating and stressful. At least to me. I don't know how day shift does it. So, yeah, you know, the week's going good, but last week, on Saturday actually, when I was sleeping, Cindy went out to Costco in the Western Communities, and then she couldn't get the car started, and it turned out she had it towed halfway across town basically, and because you see they couldn't get the battery going. The tow truck guy didn't know how to disarm the alarm system, which disables the engine, because when the battery gets low and you try to boost it, the system thinks that you're trying to steal the car, so it won't let you, so it will disable the engine, disable the ignition. So they didn't know how to get that going, and it turned out that the car was towed to a garage near where we live. And at that garage, they did a diagnostic on Monday morning and found nothing wrong except the battery was gone. One of the cells was shot. And the guy wanted to charge me $260 for a new battery and installation, and I said, no, just give me my car back. So he charged me $60 for the diagnostic, and it cost me $110 at Canadian Tire for a new battery. $260 for a battery? That's freaking robbery. Anyway, here we are where we're supposed to be picking someone up. Hopefully they are here. This Thursday night has been busy. This Thursday night has been busier than all the Friday nights in the last month. In fact, it was probably busier than all the Friday nights in this year. Yeah. Really good. I did a lot of good fares. I almost didn't stop all night. I did have a chance to watch maybe 3 or 4 short videos, but I didn't have any time to comment on them. So I probably watched your video if you put one up, but I didn't comment on it. I'm getting tired now. It's getting hard to see the road. It is 5:34 in the morning. I'm pretty tired. And I'm not just tired from sitting around. I'm tired from driving. I've put 278 kilometers on the car tonight. That's pretty good. That's like what would that be in miles? 60, 120, and 45. About 160 miles, 165 miles. That seem right? I don't know. I can't do math at this time in the morning. It is now 5:35 a.m. I'm approaching that hill, or I'm on the crest of that hill that looks down on Victoria as you come in on the Pat Bay Highway. I would turn the camera around, but wouldn't see much. You would just see the road in front of us, and you'd see a bunch of little lights way down in the distance. Oh hell. This night has made my week. I've got the least paid for the week in Interax at this point, and I'm already owed excuse me, over $100, and I still have another night to go. But the Friday night, being Good Friday, should be pretty dead. So unless anything really memorable happens during that Friday night, I'm gonna end the vlog right here. Better than mine, and I hope you're more awake than I am. Maybe I'll put this vlog up a day early, and I'll put a short part up 24 hours later, if that is the Friday was at all memorable. I might come on and make a short clip saying the Friday was not memorable, and that'll be the end of it. Oh, I must be dieseling or something. Didn't I say I hope yours is better than mine already? Yeah, I did. I know it's hard to see, but that there is an eclipse of the moon. See, you can sort of make it out, but this camera doesn't have the resolution to go all the way up there. Anyways, there's the eclipse of the moon. Okay, eclipse of the moon. We're still out here. I might as well turn the light on and tell you how the night went. Well, it's been quite interesting for a Good Friday. I was surprised how busy it was. I was going almost non-stop from, well, 7 when I came out till 3. So I had 8 good hours and did over $300 in 8 hours. In fact, I did considerably over $300 in 8 hours. But after 3, I dropped off my last customer that I picked up just before 3, and I took him home. It was a long fare too, because he stopped off at McDonald's and stopped, and the McDonald's wasn't on the way to his home from where I picked him up. Was a really generous customer. I've had him before, where, you know, he called for someone to pick him up, and he and his girlfriend went out to the casino, and he says, can I have your number again? I must have had your number before, but I probably misplaced it. And I said, yeah, okay, here. So I gave him my number, and he's one of the few customers who actually calls back when you give him your number and tips generously, like $32 on the way out to the casino. He gave me $45, and coming back from the casino it was about $45, and he gave me another $60 when I dropped him off. And that's to ensure proper service. That's what tips stand for. TIPS to ensure proper service. So then, after 3 o'clock, I got into my part of town and sat in the parking lot and was chatting with a buddy of mine, I guess until about 4. And then I was looking at YouTube videos and fell asleep. Because when the adrenaline is going, I'm awake and I'm alert and I'm driving and I'm on a mission. But then when I stop after being awake and alert and busy, I get sleepy, really sleepy. So with the Thursday night being as phenomenal as it was, 50. You know what? I did really well this week. I got enough to pay the chiropractor next week. I've got enough to get our groceries on Saturday. And I got a check coming next week, which will be enough to get 2 really expensive bottles of whiskey, or to pay a chunk of the income tax I still owe from last year, or enough to get me almost 1/3 of our rent. Oh, it's been good. It's been really good. So I think I've got 1 more hour to go. It's 4:52 now. My shift ends at 6. Maybe I'll watch a couple more videos, because as it is right now, it's pretty dead. And I'll say it for the final time now. I hope yours is better than mine, even though mine is pretty damn good.